Imagine this. You're 24, soon to finish college, and you have credit card debt. You're struggling to pay off student loans and wondering how you're going to make ends meet for rent or groceries. Does this sound familiar to anyone? What if I told you the scenario I just gave you was my personal situation? Now, imagine if you've been taught how to manage your finances, your money, budget for daily expenses, and understood the basics of credit all before stepping into the real world. I'll be discussing the current issue in America amongst students with a lack of financial knowledge, then how a financial literacy course can prevent students from debt and financial struggles, provide students with an equal opportunity, and improve students' mental health. First, I will begin with the current lack of knowledge high school students and recent graduates have on financial literacy. Both high school and college students gave low ratings on their personal financial knowledge. Tim Rouse cited research from Spark Institute and Corporate Insight reporting that just 18% of high school and 26% of college students rate their financial knowledge somewhat high or very high. Only 46% of high school students and 55% of college students think they know enough to reach their financial goals. High schools are not being considered helpful. Rouse also found that when students were asked how well their classes prepared them to make personal financial decisions, just 11% of high schools and 18% of college students responded very well. And while higher education can improve financial literacy, the outlook is worse for students who do not plan to go to college. Next, we will talk about how a financial literacy course can prevent debt and financial struggles amongst graduates. Learning earlier in life how to manage credit, how to save and invest, make payments on time, and understanding interest rates and loan options can significantly prevent students from facing financial future struggles. Researchers Campbell, Hirschwitz, Jang, and Dunn found that young people without financial education may be more likely to learn about managing finances through trial and error, a process that could also be costly if early mistakes led to poor credit histories and high borrowing costs later in life. Carly Urban and a group of researchers found that high school financial education graduation requirements, on average, lead to higher credit scores and reduced rate of credit delinquencies. Now I want to talk about how a core financial literacy course in high schools would provide an equal opportunity for students. Students, regardless of background, would all be insured with the tools and knowledge needed to make financial decisions. Cambridge University Press, Lasardi and Messi stated that financial literacy is low among high school students, indicating that the next generation of students is ill-equipped to face the challenges that are ahead of them. The two of them found that financial literacy is strongly linked to socioeconomic status. The students who are financially literate are disproportionately from those of families with higher levels of education and income from homes with lots of books. Subgroups that are already financially vulnerable, such as women and those of low income and low education attainment, are also at risk. A core financial literacy course would give equal opportunity for all high school students to be financially literate. This brings us to how Most importantly, a core literacy course would continuously improve the mental health of high school students when it comes to future finances. Financial struggles can significantly impact the well-being of anyone, causing an increase in stress, anxiety, depression, and even suicidal thoughts. Dr. Triya Chakravorty, in a journal article about the impact of financial crisis on mental health, states that stressful financial circumstances may lead to symptoms of depression due to exposure of factors associated with poverty, such as poor living conditions, poor nutrition, unhealthy lifestyle choices, lower social capital, and social isolation. By enhancing financial literacy, students are more prepared and equipped for financial challenges, which can significantly reduce feelings of stress and contribute to improved mental health. In conclusion, with the current issues of financial knowledge amongst students and adults of every age, a core financial literacy course amongst high school students would greatly prevent future debt, ensure equal opportunity for all individuals, and improved mental health. The question isn't if we can afford to make financial literacy a core subject. The question is, can we afford not to? Understanding finances unlocks the door to freedom, and it's time we start treating it that way.